Good morning. I hope all is well. I just wanted to uh, drop a quick video this morning, this evening, wherever you are this afternoon. Um, I just wanted to speak on. I didn't watch the Oscars. I didn't watch it. However, I heard the news of Will Smith and Chris Rock, the slap in the face situation, and my thoughts are. I'm praying for Will Smith. I feel, yes, I feel Chris Rock may have crossed the line a little bit. Jada is suffering with, I don't want to say suffering, but she has alopecia, right? And this is something that she can't control, and it makes her lose her hair. Um, so I feel like Chris Rock was wrong in that situation. Yes, he's a comedian. He kind of went a little bit too personal, but um, I feel like Will's behavior was 10 times worse. I feel like his reaction was 10 times worse. Um, when I saw the replay or whatever on YouTube, it I don't know. It seems like Will was laughing at the situation. Will was laughing at the joke. Um, we heard about we know about uh, the 2016 joke in which Chris Rock made about Will Smith making um, lots of money from Wild Wild West, and saying how Jada, she should have been protesting that instead of protesting not going to the Oscars in 2016, in which uh, Chris Rock was the host. So he might have felt a certain way about that. But back to last night. Will Smith, you were just wrong. You were just wrong. Um, in your speech, you I heard you say that you were there, that doing this movie, it made you realize how much of a protector Venus and Serena's father, Mr. Richard Williams, was um, to his family. What you did last night was not you protecting your family, not at all. It wasn't you protecting your wife correctly. You weren't protecting your children. You weren't protecting yourself. What Chris Rock did not uh, warrant a physical reaction towards him from you. Um, that is something he said. It was a joke. Now we want to be smart in situations, right? We want to be smart in situations and not and not be foolish. Um, you could have waited. You could have took him backstage, or when you went backstage, you could have sat down. You could have talked to him about it, or you could have approached him whichever way you wanted to, um, backstage. Hoping you approached him in a way of love and kindness, as your speech said, that that you, you were called to love people and to protect people, in which we all were called to do. We all are called to love people and protect people. Matthew 22nd chapter, the 36th through the 40th verse, it talks about Jesus gives his two greatest commands. He gave his two greatest commands, and that's love your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself, right? So he's saying that those are the two greatest commandments. You weren't showing love last night, brother. I'm sorry. You were not showing love. If we go to Proverbs, the 14th chapter, in the 29th verse, it talks about how a man with patience has great understanding, but a quick-tempered person shows foolishness, right? I'm not calling you a fool, but you showed foolishness last night. Um, Proverbs, 25th chapter, in the 28th verse, it talks about a, a person with no self control is like a city with broken down walls. And city, everything is just crazy. You can't control yourself. It's you're all over the place, right? Um, so you talk about being being loving, and protecting uh, people who you love, but you were not protecting your family. You were not protecting your wife. You were not protecting those actors who was with you in the movie, and in whom you said that you were protecting. What you showed them was something that you were not supposed to do. It's something that we're not supposed to do. And you mentioned God. Um, you know, God was not happy with what you did, brother. Um, you sent, you said an apology to the academy and to everyone, um, but you didn't publicly apologize to Chris Rock. Um, yes, yes, what he said was it hit a nerve. It would have struck a nerve with me too. But we have to learn to have self control in those types of situations. We have to understand that there are consequences for our actions, right? There's a consequence for the things that we do. Now, and it can't, and it won't just affect us, it's going to affect our family, affect our friends. It can affect our jobs, it can affect us, and by it affecting our future endeavors or whatever, that can affect your family and affect those around you, right? So I'm praying for you, Will Smith. I'm praying for you. Now, like I said before, you laughed at the joke, but as soon as you saw that Jada wasn't laughing at the joke, I think that she laughed for maybe about what, a second or so. And then once you saw that she wasn't happy, then you went up there and felt like, hey, I gotta protect my family or protect my wife, and slap a person. Like, nah, man, that's not what you do. You protect them by showing them the right thing to do. Now your kids may have to deal with something because of that, Or your dad, he did this, he did that. It, bro, man, it wasn't good. So, we have to realize that we are here, and I don't know if you're a Christian or not. I don't know. You did mention God, but I don't know if you're a Christian or not, or you claim to be one, or maybe you claim to be one. I don't know, but in Galatians first chapter, um, in the 10th verse, it says Paul was talking. He said, "I'm not here to gain the approval of man. I'm here to gain the approval of Christ. If I was here to gain the approval of man, I wouldn't be a servant of Christ." So, I mean, those are my 2 cents. I feel like you owe Chris an apology, and we know that Chris, he didn't press charges. Um, uh, Kudos to Chris Rock for keeping his cool. Um, he continued to be professional. I don't know, if it was just something that was very shocking, and it's you claim to be a river for your people, be an example for your people, show them the right way to react in a situation. So those are my 2 cents. Um, yeah, but I'm praying for you, Will. I know that you're going through a lot. I know that there's been things going on in the headlines for years about your family, and like I said before, the actions of our actions can affect our families and our loved ones, and we know that you're going through something, and it seemed like last night showed that you're going through something. You didn't care who was around, you didn't care who was watching. You just did what you did and what you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm praying for you. Um, you know, tr- this is something that will be talked about for years. And I'm just praying for you. I'm praying for your family, Chris Rock. I'm praying for you as well and your family. And I just hope that we can, you all can get past this. Pray for one another. Will, you owe Chris an apology. You owe your family an apology. Your friends an apology. People who were there an apology. Uh, and you know, God bless you. Praying for you. Um, God bless.